All right. So, I've been thinking about a new series because I've been starting to collect these every here and there. I'm hoping for some for Christmas, but we're going to start a new series with the ones we have now. So, what we are going to do is we're going to pick one of these items and we're just going to go over them, see what games they have. Yeah. So, I've been collecting some of these plug-and-play TV games. Crap. Yeah, so I've been collecting a lot of these plug-and-play TV games. The one that we're going over today is the Darth Vader Star Wars Revenge of the Sith one. And obviously mine works. It has a power light, turns off, pause button works, joystick works. These work by outputting audio left and video out to a TV through AV connections. This one in particularly uses 4 AA batteries, and they have a thing called a game key, which I'm hoping to get sometime soon. And so basically you need a special controller, and you would plug it into the top and it would give you more games. So like for this one, it comes preloaded with 5 different games, which I believe are Coruscant Attack, Utapau Chase, Grievous Onslaught, Droid Invasion, and then Gunship Battle. And then I only know one of the game key games, but the one I know is Yoda Escape, and it's like a platformer or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna go over the cosmetics and whatever else we need to do for you to get an overview of the controller. Alright, so this joystick right here, this is not a gated joystick. As you can see, it can move 360. It has very strange A and B buttons, so I'm just going to be calling them green and red buttons. This is a Darth Vader model, but this model in particular has a few different cosmetic styles, which I believe are Darth Vader, General Grievous, Yoda, and R2-D2. I haven't come across anything else, but I'm sure there's like Obi-Wan or Anakin. Well, if you know, you know, but yeah. Yeah, so as I said, mine works. You get a power light. This uses 4 AA batteries. Most of these that we're going to be going over, I really need a phone stand. Alright, so hold on, let me put a phone stand right there. Yep. Alright, so most of these games are made by Jack Pacific, which basically they just got a bunch of rights to things, and they started making random plug-and-play TV games. These were a staple of the household back in the early 2000s, back when, consoles were expensive. Like, for the PS2, sure, it was a DVD player, but to play actual games on it, you needed the controller, a console, a game, memory card, and then power cables, which are still hard to find secondhand. So that's 7 things. But meanwhile, these you only need to buy the controller, and then any accessories you want, but those are still optional. And then batteries, and then a screwdriver to unscrew the battery tray. These things are not that expensive. So there is a pattern on the joystick. I can't. Yeah, so I think you can barely see that. But this is the Death Star logo, or the Empire logo. Personally, what I think the green and red buttons are representing are the Sith and the light side of the Force, which Anakin with the younglings. I think it represents his fall to the Sith. I'm trying not to have too many spoilers for the movies. I should have said spoiler warning at the end of this video, at the beginning. Shoot. Yeah. So, here, I have... Crap. See, this thing can't survive without a phone stand. By the way, my phone stand that I'm using is just a case with AirPods in it. So, I have my beautiful Christmas list here, which is very extensive. But this is more of a list of suggestions. So, the one that we're going over, the Darth Vader, Revenge of the Sith. And then the model that I'm looking for right now is with the game key. There's a SpongeBob one. It has like SpongeBob's bubble pop on it or whatever. Then there's a Millennium Falcon, a Clone Wars blaster. There's one with Miss Pac-Man. Then there's another Namco one that's based off of normal Pac-Man. There's a Walking Dead shotgun, but you need a sensor bar for that, just like the Wii remote. And then there's a Star Wars Clone Trooper blaster. They're totally different, but they're different things. They sound the same, but they're different. Then there is one modeled after the TV show, Price is Right. Love that show. And then there's a Clone Wars Pilot Yolk. And then there's another SpongeBob one with Fry Cook. And then Pirates of the Caribbean. And then here, some that aren't on this list are the Wheel of Fortune one, which I'm planning to put on there. Just so we're clear, this is more of a list of suggestions more than actually, like, concrete, I want everything on this list. No, this is suggestions. Yeah, so there's a Wheel of Fortune one past this. And, that's all I can really think of. Oh, there's a Guitar Hero one. I know there's more, but there might be a Jeopardy one because there's like Wheel of Fortune and Price is Right. Excuse me. So, yeah, there's those two. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of others. But hopefully I'm going to get to a few of these. I have two more that I can go over. One I did accidentally say on this list. So, if you can guess it right in the comments, good job for you. I will, grammar isn't grammaring today. If you can guess it right in the comments, then good for you. And then, there's a few others that I'm sure that you guys could list in the comments. There's a bunch of off-brand ones like Power Joy, Super Joy. There's like the Mega Joy or whatever. Those suck. Those have pirate in it. Just Famicom games on it. And NES, if you're more familiar with the American market. But personally, I'll be saying both because I'm familiar with both. And I want to appeal to all kinds of audiences. So, yeah. Namco has a whole line of just random ones with their 80s arcade games on it. I'm sure there's a few that Nintendo put on there just because. And then there's Atari one. There's an Atari joystick. And then there's one with Intellivision games. But it's just more like a modern Pro controller. So this episode is a bit longer, or like a lot longer than it needs to be. Normally I'm going to hopefully make these about 5 minutes. But this one, I'm just going over every single one that I'm hopefully going to be reviewing. Some of them I may get as gifts. Some of them I may buy with my own money. Probably a mix of both. But maybe more one than the other, I don't know. It's just whatever it comes out to be. And then, real quick, just to make the video longer, because I know watch time is important, let's go over what we did over the weekends, or this past weekend, and what we're planning to do this weekend. I personally don't have many plans for this weekend. More just like playing Fortnite and with friends. And then I picked up a VHS player from a family member. I'm not going to say who they are, but I would like to give them credit for giving me what they did. They said, basically, you could take a look at it, have it, whatever. And yeah, I fixed a VHS player over the weekend. I got super glue on my fingers. Yeah. But now it's playing movies, whatever. Whatever you really want. But to make this 11:30, what did you do over the weekend? Please put it in the comments, along with whatever I said earlier. Anyways, I want you to have a good weekend, and have a nice day. Bye.